Larry wasn't the only one in court yesterday. Betty Chu is a lawyer. She is a banker. She's an amazing woman, a politician, former mayor of Monterey Park. She held 2 terms on the city council as well, and she ran for Congress in the 32nd district. Betty Chu joins us right now on the Morning Answer. And Betty, it is so nice to have you here. You also had a lawsuit in court yesterday. Good morning.
Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Grant.
Good morning.
I'm so happy to be able to wake up this morning with a lot of hope for the revival of our great state of California.
Now, Betty, you have been involved with politics. You've been involved with business. You are proudly in your 80s. I think I'm right to say that, right?
Yes.
And good for you for still fighting back. You know, there are a lot of people who just don't take the time or the energy to push back. But you said you felt that California was stifling you, that was holding you back, oppressing you and your vote. And you stood up on behalf of all Californians with your lawsuit. Tell us about it and what that catalyst was for you.
Well, I was pretty disappointed in the list of people that were running for the governor of the state of California. And so when Larry announced, I was so excited. And we worked so hard to convince him to run. My family has been listening to his radio show for so many years. And so I was privileged to be able to announce Larry when he went to file his papers to become a candidate at the L.A. Registrar's office. So when I received the call that he was not on the list, I was so disappointed, and we held a very long conversation about the fact that he was off the list, but we did not know why, because the Secretary of State had not contacted anyone, not a single person on Team Elder, to advise them the reasons why he was left off the list. Yet the Secretary of State said that their office had notified all the candidates that were not qualified. So I began my research. In fact, I began my research before Team Elder had a conversation about what we should do. And so I started questioning these things, and I said, if he is left off the ballot, my constitutional rights are being violated because he qualifies, and I don't get to vote for him. And so many of others that I had met the Saturday before at a picnic were so excited that he was running. I said, their constitutional rights are also being violated. And the reason why I have voted in so many elections is because I was only 4 women in my law school class of over 225. And what happened is I was being called every day in class until I spoke to one of the professors and accused him really of discriminating against me because I am an Asian woman. And as such, he apologized to me, and let me tell you, my highest grade in law school was constitutional law. So I believed in what was happening because it was America that gave my parents and my great-grandfather an opportunity to not only better ourselves, but to better our families, their families,
Betty,
back in China.
Betty, can I just...
That's how I became involved in the campaign. I decided that I should sue because this is going to affect future elections and other kinds of elections if the Secretary of State continues to misinterpret the statutes that apply.
Betty, let me ask you, because I think this is important. Jen and I talk on this program a lot about people being bold in their lives and really helping out America. So you were the first Asian or Chinese American lawyer in Southern California. You were the first Chinese American woman to be the CEO of a bank in California. You've taken this.
That was in the whole nation.
In the whole nation. Okay, so you have taken these roles on to lead. In many respects, I think you played a big role in getting Larry to run. You've been involved. All of this shows how important it is to be involved. Can you just tell our listeners that they're never out of it, that even them personal voices can make a difference, and really what you did yesterday and your whole life has been proof of that?
Well, not only yesterday, but when I ran for Congress, my community was convinced there was only one political philosophy. And I was able to change that to say there are other political philosophies that are more akin to our culture. So one vote does make a difference, because when you have that one vote going, you have inspired someone else to go to the polls.
Absolutely.
And every vote impacts our life. We now see how law and order is such an important issue today. We never know who is going to be in that retail store when the robbers come in and shoot. Yeah. And that could be that one person that gave us the 50% plus one vote.
That's what we're looking for.
September 14th election that could save the lives, because law and order can be implemented once again in California.
Amen to that. Betty.
You
Amen
are an inspiration, and you're always welcome back on this program. And we thank you for your fight, for breaking all those glass ceilings, not only for women, but for Chinese Americans. I mean, this is it's so phenomenal, your whole life story. And the fact that you filed that lawsuit and went to court yesterday as well. Congratulations on your win, Betty. Thank you so much for being with us.
And thank you, Jennifer and Grant, for bringing these messages out to the voters.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure, and we thank you. And there she goes, Betty Chu, joining us here on The Morning Answer as we continue some new polling out in the governor's race. Who's on the top of the polls? We will tell you as your Thursday Morning Answer continues.